You are driving down a pitch black stretch of the M6 at 3 in the morning. The cab is completely silent, but inside your head, you are having a massive, screaming argument with your transport manager from 3 days ago. You are finally saying exactly what you wanted to say, delivering the perfect, crushing comeback and winning the debate hands down. You feel the anger rising in your chest. Your heart rate actually spikes and your knuckles go white on the steering wheel. And yet, none of it is real. You are just sitting alone in a 30-ton artic shouting at a ghost. We have all done this, mate. Whether you are standing in a hot shower, walking through a quiet yard, or lying in your bunk trying to fall asleep, your brain will suddenly launch into a full-blown conversation that has never actually happened. And even though the scenario is completely fake, the emotions you feel are absolutely real. You can feel genuine anger, triumph, fear, or a massive sense of relief over a conversation that only exists inside your own head. If you have got this habit, you might have wondered if you are slowly losing your mind. But there is a brilliant psychological reason for this. Your brain is not malfunctioning. It is actually running a highly sophisticated simulation to protect you. Once you understand how this system works under the bonnet, it changes how you look at your own thoughts forever. Psychologists call this mental simulation or a cognitive rehearsal. As human beings, we are obsessed with planning and predicting threats. Before a footballer walks onto the pitch or a politician steps up to a podium, they run the scenario through their heads first. Our brains evolved this ability over thousands of years to keep us safe from the tribe. But for most of us, this simulation runs on complete autopilot, and it usually follows three specific psychological patterns. The first one is the Canteen Comeback. This is when you replay an argument you lost, but this time you rewrite the script. You deliver the perfect, devastating retort to the bloke who gave you grief, correcting the past and reclaiming your pride. The second pattern is the lottery dream. This is where you imagine a massive future success, winning £1,000,000, buying a fleet of brand new lorries, or finally getting the ultimate recognition from the people who doubted you. It gives you a massive hit of dopamine, but if you do it too much, it becomes a dodgy escape mechanism from the realities of your actual life. The third pattern is the worst case scenario. What if the brakes fail on a steep hill? What if the boss sacks me tomorrow? Your brain is frantically trying to prepare answers for a disaster that will probably never happen, exhausting your mental battery before the day has even started. Why is this internal looping so addictive? It all comes down to one word, mate: control. Inside the simulation in your head, you have absolute 100% control over the world. You write the script, you direct the scene, and you play the hero. The other blokes in your head say exactly what you want them to say, and they react exactly how you want them to react. But in the real world, people are messy, unpredictable, and they rarely follow your script. So your brain naturally prefers the safety of the simulation over the risk of the real world. People who do this constantly are not crazy. They are usually hyper aware. They analyze social situations deeply because they care immensely about how they are perceived by the tribe. But when you spend more time talking to the ghosts in your head than the real people in your life, you are trapped in a mental loop. You are burning mental fuel in neutral, and the lorry isn't moving an inch. Your imagination is one of the most powerful tools under your bonnet. But a tool is only useful if you actually use it to build something real. If you are constantly rehearsing fights or dreaming of futures without actually taking action on the tarmac, you are just sleepwalking. There is no real progress, no real money, and no real relationships inside the simulation. Real life, the only life that actually matters, is happening outside the cab of your mind. It is happening in the messy, unpredictable, uncontrolled, real world. If you are a driver who constantly gets lost in these mental arguments while staring at the white lines, it is time to retrain the guard. When you catch your brain starting a fake argument, gently pull yourself back to the present. Look at the windscreen. Feel the steering wheel in your hands. Listen to the engine. Bring your mind back to where your body actually is. Your imagination is a brilliant servant, but it is a terrible master. Use it to plan your route and then turn the simulation off and actually drive. If this bit of psychology hit home for you today, drop a like on the video. Subscribe for more honest tales from the tarmac and proper mental advice. And let me know in the comments, what is the most ridiculous argument you've ever had with a ghost while driving? Keep your head in the real world, mates. Stop running the simulation and keep the shiny side up. Over and out.